Well, howdy doody duties. You know, we do all this for you every Sunday, and you got it for the whole week if you want to review it over and over and over again. I do it as Old Doc Young because I want to give you a simplified version and sort of a homespun version of truth so that you can look things over and decide whether it is or isn't true and where it didn't come from and what to do with it. But today I'd like to kind of leave the Old Doc Young character somewhere else because this is Mother's Day. Very special day. You know, one of the best things I ever read about Mother's Day was by our 26th president, Theodore Roosevelt. I recommend you look that up. You're on the same thing you're looking at me at right now. It's your computer. Just type in there Theodore Roosevelt and get a little of his biography. It's very interesting, and especially get that quote that he did about Mother's Day. And for today, I'd like to do a special meditation. Sort of like a prayer for you. Mothers are very, very special. Not only my mother, but the mother of my children, or even more. We've been, 63 years of married life here, and we've had, like all of us, our ups and downs, but one thing is held steadfast, and it's our spiritual knowledge of who we are, where we are. I want to share that with you now. This Mother's Day, let you and I meditate together on these things. We're going now from one plane of awareness to another. We're going from limited human perception to God, Spirit. You'll be transforming energy. We're going into a realm of absolute power. And we're going to go into an era of awareness that'll tell us that we have the ability within us to draw upon the power of Spirit, and realize that we are connecting with our own spirit and have access and the ability to use pure spiritual energy, power. So let's rest in the silence now. Just as strength is stillness, power is silence. Strength is now revealed within you, converted into programming and actions. Let it dominate your thinking and mind. Power is used when you convert it into determination and words of action. This is a wholesome realm we're entering. Silence, thought, word, and manifestations are all stages of Spirit's power in action. You're entering into that pure realm of thought. In the silence, there is no fear. God is sensed and felt as absolute power within you, awaiting your need and anticipating a time to be recognized by you. Positive thoughts enter your head as you draw upon the silence, and it registers in your consciousness as your spiritual entitlement, determined by your individual realization and spiritual evolvement, development, awareness. Now rest in that silence. As we enter into a time of meditation and relaxation, we enter into a time of spiritual awareness. Throw out the sensations of anger and fear, and now allow love to enter into our consciousness. We allow reassurance to enter into our minds. We place ourselves into the safe power of Spirit. Allow yourself to feel the love of God. Let the love of God to be a harmonizing force that's mighty, able to heal any adverse situation in your life. As you allow the love of God into your awareness and your thinking process, all is made well, whole, and beautiful. The love of God, compassionate, positive, and strong, is inside you. It doesn't resist strife or contention, but it dissolves them at the source. It overcomes resentment and dissatisfaction. By replacing criticism with love, we readily validate a realization of the love of God in our thoughts about every condition in our lives. Rest, enjoy the silence. You are strengthening your awareness. See yourself and your world through God's eyes. No longer do you behold disorder or disharmony. Divine love is coming into expression inside of your mind. Your thoughts about your world are transforming, changed by the power of your spirit. Spirit working through you as you in feelings of faith and love, happiness and fulfillment. Rest in the silence. You are perfect expressions of God's love. You're in tune with God's love. Your life is a song of happiness. Your contacts with others are on a new level, a new avenue that is joyous and without friction. The love of God surrounds you, enfolds you. It will go before you to smooth your way. Wherever you go, people will be glad to see you because of your happy countenance. Whatever you do is going to be easy and successful. Whatever you need will come to you through your constant contact with God's love. Your spirit, recognizing the love of God, now opens in you new sources of wisdom and guidance. These sources of wisdom and guidance begin to open and be useful. During this silence time, they will flood you and will continue to expand. May you now receive divine guidance and inspiration, more helpful and more valuable than any human counsel could ever be or has ever been to you. So rest in the silence. Stay there. Stay there now. There is a renewed spirit of wisdom and understanding in you. There is a renewed spirit of counsel and might in you. And there's a renewed spirit of knowledge in you. The love of God will keep your heart at peace so you can concentrate all the forces of your being on establishing the harmony and happiness you so desire and you are entitled to. You're now authorized to do that in your life. Today, right now, this very moment. So rest in the silence, because the love of God radiating through you blesses all whom you contact. All those in your orbit will be affected mightily. It'll draw forth into expression the God's love of each individual. The love of God expressing itself through you will attract its own and draw the fulfillment of all your needs. Dwell in the silence now. Allow this silent, all-powerful activity of love to completely flood your being. Think upon Paul's words to the Corinthians. Remember these words of wisdom. Love is patient and kind. Love isn't jealous or boastful. It's not arrogant or rude. Love doesn't insist on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful. It doesn't hold grudges. It doesn't rejoice in wrong, but it rejoices in doing what's right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. And I hope this is blessed to your understanding. I ask you now to use this affirmation I'm going to give you every day until we meet again. I express new level of divine love in all that I say and do. So my life is now more harmonious and peaceful than ever. God bless you. Old Doc Young will be back next week. We'll look forward to talking to you then. Adios, amigo.